Alright. I played Blasphemous. There is now Blasphemous 2. If I could actually get it to run. Okay, English, bar, hide interface, whatever, show destination markers, okay, whatever. Vibration, screen shake, immunity from traps, okay. Audio exists, video exists. Alright, what's under extras? Credits, alright. I was meaning to start this a while ago, but it popped up with best with a controller. In the heart of everything takes root solidarity. Footprints without companions are left behind like in water, or in the ocean's depths. Someone who I didn't read.
The eternal dawn of our penances heralds its imminent end. Each was born to put an end to the other. Now both await, but while yours slumbers, mine remains vigilant. May the miracle bear witness to this oath. By which I remain here for our long-awaited meeting. Wounded by the silence of this secluded existence.
And then, as the city of the blessed name rose up, borne on the shoulders of 3 mighty statues, the resounding beat of a great heart could be heard emanating from the clouds, thundering like the knell of an unseen church bell, raised higher than any other, enchanting us all to lift our gaze aloft in an ascetic call to prayer. For the miracle was about to give birth to a child.
Wasn't that a secret room in the last one? No, I guess not. Alright, haven't found the jump button yet. Oof. It said press up, so I pressed up, and now I have absolutely no idea if it's frozen or what. Whoop, wrong button. Alright, so this is the only one that actually has a magic attack, it looks like, but the other two have block. Whoop. I thought you were talkable, but I guess not. And the directional inputs are less quick on that one than the standard attack. I think I prefer a heavy weapon. Okay, can't go that way, can't break down a wall. Whoop, wrong button. Meant to slide. Resting saves. Yep, okay. Didn't restore MP though. Ugh. Ow, frick. MP is sealed. Okay, no, I cannot, in fact, do anything about that. Ah, L2, got it. Ow. Okay, I'm at full MP now. So I can turn this on. Oof. L2. Turn this on. Ow. Alright, easy enough once I've actually, learned the pattern. One mark of martyrdom. That brings me up to 500, apparently.
Penitent one, returned from the tomb, and walking among the mourners, your awakening is now written on the eternal pages. Annunciada is my name, and I hail from the heavenly mountains on high, the seat and the beginning of all that is holy, so that I may address you.
Z is pronounced TH, got it.
Look upon me thus as a preceptor in this enterprise, hailing from the highest of all seats. Penitent one, the miracle shall give birth to a new child in a great heart descended from the clouds that watches over the ancient city of the blessed name from on high. You must reach it to stop its birth. But on this ascending path of penitence, the arch-confraternity awaits you. Those penitents that the miracle itself took as its sentinels now await your arrival. Orospina, the confraternity of embroiderers. Benedicta, of the confraternity of endless orison. Odon, of the confraternity of salt. Lesmes, of the confraternity of incorruptible flesh. All under the dictate of the oldest penitent, the first among them all, who was Eviterno, father of the penitents. Penitent one, the miracle has instilled 3 regrets in the consciences of 3 of its guardians. Only by revealing them shall you achieve the humiliation of the sculpted figures that hold up the city, allowing you to ascend to its upper reaches, and finally to the great heart. Look for the guardians.
Alright, whatever. Go and kill stuff. That's all I'm getting out of it. Hello, wheel guy. Yeah, I figured those out, thanks. Ow. I guess it's too early to be looking for secret walls. There's definitely something over there. Ah, okay. There we go. We've got the first spell. What is this? L2. Some attacks can leave your enemy stunned. When this happens, press L2. You get Fervor, Tears of Atonement, and a Martyrdom points bonus. What is this? Got 800. And I don't have whatever those things are. No? Okay. Can't wall jump. One out of 33. Oh, right. Invoke flames, so equip that, I guess, to down plus circle. Chant to the friendly flame that naught could extinguish. Heavy clods of soil covered it, and deprived of shadow, it now sleeps in repose. I should test it at least. Okay, so that's what it does. That might burn this bridge. I should at least test it. Ah, I don't have enough. Fine. Alright, now I have enough. Nope, does not. I have absolutely no idea if the slide is faster. City of the Blessed Name. Can't wall jump. Can't jump down the hole. Can't super jump. I should probably go in here. There might be a way up to that thing.
Welcome to my most humble of workshops, which is a flurry of sawdust, glue, and varnish. Montagnez is my name. Master sculptor. One of those who, with steady hand and silver chisel, patiently carve out from the wood the faithful shapes of our true saints, so that they might be contemplated and revered by the devout. No trace of light remains in my glassy eyes, yet still I know what thou seekest and needest. For are we not all penitents on this earth, in some way? The miracle proclaimed that, as my profession was that of a master sculptor, I should carve in wood the figure of the Most Blessed Lady as my last work of art. Penitent one, I beg you, help me in this, my final piece of work. Seek out for me the finest chisels and tools, the most wondrous of pigments, and the most delicate of varnishes. And I can sculpt for thee figures that will fit into the altarpiece you carry on your back. Like this very one I offer to thee here. Please accept this as a gesture of my unending gratitude.
Acquired the traitor.
It is but the first piece of many more I shall carve for you. Now I shall place it upon the altarpiece upon your back, and you will feel its grace, but also its burden. The hands of the miracle will guide me in the carving in accordance with the memory you bring me. May they guide thee as they guide me, penitent one.
Da-da-da. You can increase the number of slots by using the marks. Got it. How much? Okay. So I've only got one of those, and it is in fact something else that I need. Where's the traitor? There you are. Increase physical damage inflicted. I don't see the downside.
May the hands of the miracle guide thee, penitent one.
That is a long dress.
This heavy curtain that separates sin and confession, crime and judgment, conceals naught but shadows. Here, in my darkness, there remaineth but tears for me, and forgiveness for those of you who seeketh it. Where are the bereaved now? Where are the repentant? How long since the long agony of this sacrament began? Now that your penance of silence and the pain that plagues your flesh has led you to my dark confessional, let me purge the guilt you bear, and thus alleviate your burden.
So if I die falling off a cliff and don't want to have to go back to it, talk to this guy. Got it.
Do you wish to purge yourself of your guilt? As you wish. I will remain behind these scarlet veils, should you need this sacrament.
Okay, looks like it is in fact slightly faster to slide. Anything else gonna happen? No? Jerk. Ow. Can't jump that high. They attack right outside of their max range, so they're completely harmless unless you're walking toward them. Ow. Which I was. Alright, need the item first. Okay, so that's what those do. The doors, I mean. First time I seen the bell. Ah, hello. Are you the swordman?
Sleep, my child. Sleep.
Doesn't look like it. Oof. 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 Alright, maybe I shouldn't go that direction. Dang it. There we go. Okay, maybe I have to go that direction. Ow. Okay. So slide does in fact work for that. Acquired 1 mark of martyrdom. Great.
Who are you, whose face and name you keep hidden? No, Your name is of no consequence if your footsteps have led you to me. Yerma is mine own. But this is not the right moment, for the steps that my promise inspires are swift, and the will that directs them unshakable. This hatred, which blinds my reason with shadows. I must leave at once.
Steely Battle Lance. The tip of an object of worship that was turned into a weapon. It delivers a violent end to countless enemies, and the memories of those deaths linger on. Its strength resides in the arsenal of penitence in which it can be awakened. The night was dark and full of mist. Yerma saw her chance to climb in through an open window, breaking into that old church that discreetly oversaw a far corner of the village. A perfect night for her purpose. With cat-like agility, she climbed down a sculpture on the inner facade, until reaching the cold marble floor. Nobody saw or heard her. She stepped into the temple's blackness, her eyes piercing every shadow in search of her objective. And there it was, on top of an altar at the end of the nave. A silver rod, an old sacred relic that had remained intact despite the centuries. It shone with a glow of its own, like some kind of living thing. It was said that the rod had been plated with an impossible alloy of oil-anointed silver. Yerma didn't hesitate. She slid from the shadows like a snake, took the rod, and felt its cold weight. That argent glow fleetingly reflected in her eyes, revealing them to be full of hate and thirsty for vengeance. Nobody will ever know what happened to that holy artifact. Ah, dang it, come on, I hit the jump button. Ivy of Ascension. Hold R2 to cling to those surfaces and not slip. Great. Scratched lead sphere. Equip rosary beads in your inventory for upgrade characteristics of the penitent one. Find additional knots to increase the number of beads you can equip. Alright, so they're not just slightly increases resistance to all physical damage. Alright, good enough. Oh, come on, it didn't respawn? Fine. Yeah, it's you again. How does map? Penitent 1, settings, weapon memories. Ignition strike. Tempered flame. How's the time required to charge? Okay, yeah, that's useful. Press R1 after an attack on the ground to convert to a powerful horizontal strike. It turns it on or off, as opposed to just the ability to turn it off. Alright, this takes 2, and R1 to activate. Got it. Oh, right, I was looking for the map. There's the map. Alright, so up and then right, maybe? No, that's just save. Although, I can climb that now. No, that doesn't do anything for me? Alright, to the left, there is a way up. Oof. Ow. I should check to see if the down attack has more range. But I mean, if they keep moving, I can't really test. Acquired Sculptor's Resonant Gavel. Small square hammer. Skilled sculptors use tools similar to this to work wood in its initial form. However, it is impossible not to conclude that any artist using such small a mallet must have sought to undergo some kind of penance or punishment. His last work, Part 5. It was then that the sculptor, witness to the whole ordeal, was blinded by a radiance that grew from the pious visage of the lady, a flare so grossly incandescent that it condemned him to the most absolute darkness. The old man, blinded forever. Yet in the midst of that deep blackness, a vision persisted, engraved with pure light, the most beautiful face he had ever laid his eyes upon. Alright, so that's the first one for that quest. This seems like a trap. Ah, okay. So that is in fact a shield. Acquired empty receptacle. Alright. Can fill that up at the place, maybe. Alright, and that's the city. And nah, I will in fact turn in this item. Aqueduct of Castellas. Okay. Ah, can't quite make that jump.
Pray, how can I assist thee, penitent one? This mallet is so wonderfully balanced in the hand that it feels quite effortless to move. Know that you have my gratitude, penitent one. May the hands of the miracle guide thee, penitent one.
Elevator. Barabbas of the Return to Port. Takes the penitent one back to the city of the blessed name. Okay. I should probably read the lore. Chant of supplication to the Farolera, sung by sailors in need of aid. Check the map. Yeah, it does not look like I can actually do anything here. I forgot. Why couldn't I go that way? Oh yeah, because the angel statues didn't actually let me do anything. That's a distance. Sea of Ink. Acquired forgotten tribute. A coin that was used for many years as payment for the processions that traversed the road at night time. These processions gradually died out, so finding a coin like this is a rare occurrence. The thick night mist snaked and curled around the lattice of trunks and branches that made out that forest. From that very fog, that sticked to my skin like a clammy shroud, did emerge the shadows. They marched in procession with mournful parsimony, each one a bearer of their own lament and grim expression. Confused, wafting forward in death, seized by the sinister sight, I could not help but witness, frozen in place, as they slowly made their way towards me. Only then did the procession stop. The shadow guiding the group, the tallest and most tenebrous of them all, bowed down in silence, showing me the palm of his bare hand. He was waiting for something. Petrified, I could but mutter a few vain words whilst my whole being shivered. It was at that moment that the piercing light of a sudden dawn broke through the entangled canopy of that forest, tearing apart both fog and spectre, making them all vanish before me. The sweet song of birds conjured away the deadly silence that had reigned before. I will never know what tribute that ghost of mists would have asked us for, nor if I will ever encounter them again. Empty receptacle. Glass vessel able to contain the blood flowing from the crimson flesh touched by the miracle. Used to increase the number of bile flasks. On hearing the young man's question, the elder's gaze filled with melancholy. Yes, this church belongeth to a bygone age, one so ancient, so chaotic, that it's as if it wanted to disappear from memory. An age in which time itself decided to stop in a perpetual sunset, and in which every man yearned only for the designs of the divine. But it so happened that the faith of those people faded, quietly escaping from their hearts year after year. Even so, this abandoned church still stands, its foundations as firm as ever, as if it waited for something, as if it refused to give up the faith that so many had already lost. And the old man stood there, gazing at the sturdy stone, lost in thought. I don't know how I go that way, and I probably will not find out for a while. Okay, I could go down or I could go right. Or I could go up.
Open up the skin and red flesh. Uncover the lie that my shell conceals, for I am only blood and bones. So allow the chalices to be filled with those who toast kings and priests. Now I shall grant thee a new flask. Bring me more vials.
I don't know what this does, but sure.
Oh, blessed are we, for I behold a penitent. Humbly allow us to present ourselves to your reverence. We are Medardo and Escolastico, pilgrim merchants and scribes by trade. You never know where precious assets may be. What, pray, can be unjust or malevolent in walking the roads in pursuit of a twofold profit? That of the pocket by selling, and that of the spirit by prayer. While Medardo pays penance in his meditative meanderings, I take care of the business side of things, sparing not a drop of ink to write about the beautiful landscapes of the many varied paths we travel. But go ahead and cast your eyes upon our shop window. The objects that were lost on voyages have great appeal and fascination, as they have become a reminder of the feat itself. Cast your eyes upon our shop window.
Increase the chance of critical hits. Create a ball of lightning. I can afford one. Well, if this is a quick cast, it would be my first one.
Until our paths cross again, penitent one.
Yes, great. Creates a bolt of electricity, then inflicts lightning damage. Verse dedicated to the blackthorn that, piercing the flesh of a storm cloud, made it bleed thunder. Yeah, I still have no idea what to do with those. Acquired 800 Tears of Atonement. Okay, so that's all that was. Cash money. I can't quite get up to that one. Grills in Ruin. I see no point to that. Other than, you know, dodging like 2 enemies. Pretty sure this is just a mana refill. No? It opens the door. Okay. Dang, worthless to me. Ow. Oof, okay. I need some sort of light step. Aha! First secret wall. Concerning. Choir of Thorns. Ow. Whoop.
Wayfarer, you strayed from your path, making your footsteps mute imitations of our own. Let not these black mists deceive your eyes, for you stand before the procession of shadows. Figure of the sinuous mists, pay us with the false coin, the one with jagged edges and forgotten features, the one that is worthless and desired by none. Thus, we will guide you through the dense blackness to the remotest of places. Now pray, lie down on the cold stone, and let the black curtain envelop you in darkness.
Profundo Lamento.
Figure of this.
Abandoned Rosary Knot. Ow. I get the impression that dang it. Ow. I'm not going to win a hit off. Mother of Mothers. Acquired 1 mark of martyrdom. Those seem to appear randomly. What? Come on. Ah, these guys. Oof. Ow. I'll try going this direction. Never mind, I will not. Ow. Whoops. Whoop, dang it. Ah, hello there. Ow. Why can I not dodge through you? Ah, hello there. Portal number 1. City of the Blessed Name. Nice eyeball. No, I definitely should at least rest at a bonfire first. I can buy your stuff.
Blessed are we. Feast your eye. We have no more items left, but you never know what may turn up on these paths. Pray, come back later, penitent one.
Cord knot whose origins have long been forgotten. Skilled hands could join this knot to the strings that hold the rosary beads. Knot after knot, bead after bead, with the most composed of patience, I thread the rosary. Each bead a guilt, a mourning, a confession, a step in the long ladder of penitence. And through the threshold of this grim haven, forgotten by all, will enter those that seek my assistance, those that seek this old and sacred craft of mine, those that will face the light shed by the candles of my roof, whoever they are. And they shall then bask on the shelter and the hope they provide. I will, until that moment, wait, knot after knot, bead after bead, with the most composed of patience. Okay, there's an item up there. Once again, though, I cannot get up there. Ow. Can't quite get to that. Okay. Gotta hurry. Alright, well, all the obstacles are cleared now, so should be able to just dash my way over. Acquired the Bleeding Miracle. Launches a crimson disc that returns to its bearer, inflicting mystical damage to its enemies. Verse dedicated to the bloodshed in penance, the first sign of sacrifice since the emergence of the earliest worshippers of the miracle. I prefer lightning. Ah, nice. It hit both of them. And I actually have space to fight you. Oop. Ow. Ow, frick. That kept me in place for way too long. Nope, can't go that way. This is in fact the only way forward. Price of Blood. Slightly increases the tiers of atonement gained. I'll put that on when I have another slot. It is not currently worth giving up slightly increased defense. Whoop, wrong one. Yeah, still can't do anything with that. Worth checking. You and your Beyblade. Ah, hello, another portal. Alright, so I was moving toward the thing, but need to come at it from a different side. Ow. Can't hit that one for some reason. Ow. You've got more poise than the last ones. Probably because you've got a sword instead of a knife. Ow. Still can't do anything with these. I mean, I haven't tried casting lightning on it, but what are the odds that a mirror is going to reflect lightning? New weapon gained. Sarmiento and Centella. Fastest weapons in your arsenal, forged with the intention of being wielded by experts from the school with the Verandera Destreza, whose swift and accurate thrusts blended with their defensive mastery. Adherents to the teachings of this school can transport the wielder to ecstasy, empowering their thrusts. Thrust with R2 and square, and parry with R1. Okay, I did not find that. While I was just randomly pressing buttons. And I can't get to that. Doggo wants out. Oh. Huh. So if I had chosen these to begin with, I could have skipped that entire thing. Nope, okay. It's worth checking. Which way to a thingamajig? That way. I'll get to the save point and then call it there. How does actually get to the menu? Not like that. Ah, there we go. Return to main menu.